Alright guys, so I'm very particular when it comes to this sauce or dip or whatever you want to call it. When I go out in restaurants and I order something with the tzatziki sauce on the side, and guess what comes out? I don't know what comes out, but it's definitely not tzatziki, and I know it comes out of our bucket. So let's make some good tzatziki sauce today, shall we? Okay guys, so the very first thing we need to do is we need to start straining our yogurt. Yogurt has a lot of water and we need to get that out so the sauce is nice and thick. Now if you want to learn how to make yogurt just like that, I have a link up here on the top. You can click on that and watch how to make yogurt at home. But moving forward with this recipe, go ahead and cover it up just like that, and you can leave it from like 2 hours to 8 hours, whatever you prefer. And put that aside, and while that's working, look at that, how much water has come out, almost half the size of what I put in. So I think now the yogurt should be fine. Yep, it looks good. So moving to the next step, go ahead and grab a parchment paper, and I'll tell you in a second why you need a parchment paper for that. But let's go ahead and start peeling our cucumbers. But be careful, we want to make sure everybody has their fingers intact by the end of this video and nobody's hurt. And once you're done with that, go ahead and cut the ends off, because sometimes they tend to be bitter, especially if they're cucumbers from your backyard. And go ahead and wrap that up and throw it in the garbage. And look at that nice clean cutting board. Now this is the dill. The dill, go only once with a knife. I highly suggest that, because if you start chopping it again with a knife, then you're going to bruise it and it's going to get dark or black. And then go ahead and shred your cucumbers. Now just be careful with that. I've seen it plenty of times in my career working in the kitchen. People shred their hands in there, including myself too, in my early years. And add a little pinch of salt in there so the salt can pull the excess water out of the cucumbers, since they're over 90% water anyways. And then go ahead and plop that boy right into the bowl, and then we'll start adding all the rest of the ingredients. There you go. We got the cucumbers, some lemon juice. About half lemon juice works fine for this recipe. Lemon, it brightens it up. And then add the dill. That added some salt, just about half a tablespoon of salt works fine for this. And a little bit of olive oil. Well, maybe not a little, just a little bit more. That should do it. And start grating the garlic. So we want to grate the garlic because we want to add just a little bit, and we want to disperse that evenly. As you can see, it's nice and small. And once you're done adding the garlic in there, add just a small splash of red wine vinegar. You can add white wine vinegar too, it works. And start mixing it up really well. You can use a spoon or a fork. I'm using a fork in this case. And just make sure everything is incorporated very well. And look at that, it's pretty much done, guys. All right guys, here it is. Really nice. I'm very happy how this came out. Like the texture, like the flavors are perfect. And especially as this sits overnight, or like tomorrow, or like a couple of days, this is going to get even better and better. But like I said, be careful with the garlic, because garlic is very powerful. And if it doesn't seem like there's enough garlic today, it's going to be overpowering tomorrow, because this garlic sits, it gets more and more overpowering. So try it at home and let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed it or not. Thank you so much for sticking around and making it this far in the end of the video. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing so you don't miss anything. Also hit the like button too, because the way YouTube works, if you don't like the video, then YouTube won't show it to anybody else. Thank you so much, and see you on the next one. Maybe pita bread on the next one.